over there?
All right, go ahead. Ask me questions that I won't be answering.
You got it. Things are going to get spooky with HHN. You ready for that?
Yes, I am ready for that.
Nice. And then Orlando's got a whole DreamWorks land. You got a theater. What is the deal with that?
I have no idea, but they don't got no talking donkey like me, though.
That's right, baby. Hey everybody, TK here for Theme King. I'm at Universal Studios outside the iconic Frankenstein parking. Today we say goodbye to the 60th anniversary of the studio tour and hello to Horror Nights. We'll have Horror Nights updates and so much more. Get ready to party on in the park. This is a beautiful day here at Universal Studios at the time of recording, Sunday, August 11th, the final day of the 60th anniversary of the studio tour. All this signage will be going away, and Woody looks worried. He doesn't want it to go away, but it's going to happen. Inside the Universal Plaza, we say goodbye to all these awesome photo ops, these character meet and greets, and of course, the DeLorean had to take advantage, get a picture with the DeLorean, the E.T. photo op, Woody, Winnie, Woodpecker, so much, and managed one great character meet and greet. In a moving picture.
Goodness
You
gracious.
Believe technology these days?
I never thought of myself as a movie star, but cousin, we're getting immortalized in a moving picture.
Oh, let me do it right. Let me get the reel going.
This is what they always do in those old photographs.
I just want to thank you guys for upholding the peace in 6 points all this time.
We do our best.
You know, we got to make that bed shine right there.
Exactly. The sheriff's out today, okay? Yeah. So it's like extra pressure on us to make sure the town's safe. We're doing our best. We're having a fun deputy day, aren't we?
That's right, cousin. Just making sure we keep all them outlaws in check out there.
Be on the lookout out there, okay?
I may or may not have helped a certain brother and sister duo escape one day.
Are you talking about the prickly pear twins?
I sure am. They're very convincing.
Dang it. We can't get any further than we've already gotten.
This is one of them tricky situations right here. We need to figure out, are we going to have to take you on in as an accomplice?
Yeah. Are you with them?
They bamboozled me, guys.
Well, then how about this? Let's bamboozle them. Okay?
Sounds
how about
like
you pretend you're a bandit. You get all the information you can. And at the last second, when you're about to steal that tram, you flash your badge. We'll make you an honorary deputy. How about that?
You have my word.
Take them right into this jail, okay?
I think that's a great idea. We'll make sure you got your very own deputy star right there. That way you know you are the part of
It's
the
official.
law right there.
I love it.
Other great offerings included this coloring page for King Kong, this pop-out build-it-yourself glamour tram. Still have to do that. Awesome stuff everywhere. Now we see this happy anniversary sign on Front Street. That is going to be going away to make way for this. Luchadores, Monstruosos, and what an incredible scare zone this looks to be, themed after the Mexican art of Lucha Libre. And you want to know where to get your boletos, your tickets for Lucha? Here's where you go for that. Love the posters, love the artwork, a lot of which kind of have a homage to the Universal monsters. There you see kind of a creature from the Black Lagoon, but not the creature from the Black Lagoon. All these caged luchadors. I love that they actually built a ring, the squared circle. And here we see Blue Death versus the Skeleton Man and all these awesome posters. They really did incredible artwork for these. You really have to love them. Awesome, awesome stuff. As we take a look around more of this scare zone, they're going to have snacks. Y bebidas, they're going to have snacks and drinks. And Muerte Azul, the Blue Death, one of the heroes that they created for this scare zone that's going to have to take on a lot of these monstruosos, these monsters. And talk about a cage match. Look at this. And there you see it. I can't wait to see the Terror Wolf in the flesh. But to get there, you got to get through this. You have to get through Monstros Dos, Monsters 2, the Nightmares of Latin America. You know, and oftentimes, if a film does well, the sequel gets a bigger budget. That's the case with this. Last year's Facade was awesome. This one, even more so. I mean, take a look. This actually looks like it could be an old, aging crypt. You've got the tree there with the dolls, a little homage to the Island of Dolls in Mexico City. Nope, not creepy at all. And this just looks absolutely incredible. Cannot wait to see El Cadejo, El Cacuy, El Charro Negro all inside this amazing haunted house. Just the attention to detail. Here you see El Cadejo, the demon dog. His eyes are going to be red when he's angry. I have a feeling he's going to be angry a lot. And now taking a look at A Quiet Place. No signage yet, but there will be American Sign Language inside the house. And Murdy mentioned that there's going to be some big creatures, and I love that. We might get some giant creatures, the likes of La Llorona, these big puppets, the likes of El Sabong. Those will be scary, but not as scary as the merch for A Quiet Place. And always good to see a Minion in the park. Minion Mayhem, always running wild. And I gotta believe it's only a matter of time before they get that Halloween fit. Here you see me years ago with a mummy Minion. Now, talking about merch, the merch for the 60th anniversary, 50% off, including those Glamour Tram popcorn buckets, now under $20. Here you see the sign, 50% off. I gotta believe that'll happen for a while. This backpack, under $25 with that 50% off discount. And even this jacket, I don't know, might have to. Not really my style, but just might have to do it. And the Glamour Tram's glamorous, but not as glamorous as Maryland. I think it's about time to take one final ride to experience all the nostalgia, all the special photo ops. I think it's time to take one final spin, you might say, on the 60th anniversary of the world famous Universal Studios Hollywood Studio Tour.
Sets were used to create Hill Valley in the Back to the Future films.
And they represented multiple time periods, 1985, 1955, and the far, far distant future, 2015. To this day, this is one of the most popular sets on the Universal Studio Tour.
We had a lot of fun making those films here on the lot. I wonder what it'd be like to go back to those days. If only we had a time machine.
Hey everybody, do you think we can get this tram up to 88 miles per hour?
Absolutely.
See you in the future.
All right, everybody.
No Doc Brown for the final day of the 60th. Great Scott!
Did you know the Metro sets were once the home to Hollywood's biggest star? Right here is where the original Studio Tour King Kong attraction resided from 1986 until 2008. He stood 30 feet tall and weighed in at 13,000 pounds. Over the years, millions of guests got to meet King Kong face to face as he shook the tram. So close you could feel his hot banana breath.
Long live the King, King Kong, of course, and the Theme King. Now, I, for one, as we approach the Courtyard of Miracles, could you imagine one day if the Terror Tram could come out here to Little Europe and the Universal Monsters could come home? I would love to see the fog-filled streets. What an absolute mess. Let me grab my magic wand. Let me see if I can fix this. Reparo! Hey, look at that. It worked. Let me try it again. Aguamenti. Oh, yeah. Always great to see 6 Points, Texas. We ran into the deputies earlier. It was so named because they could film 6 silent films at once. And now, look at this, Colonial Street, known for The Burbs, Desperate Housewives, tons of commercials, and 1313 Mockingbird Lane. There's the Munsters old house. awesome treat to visit this. And then from there, Sound Stage 12, known for the Universal monsters, a whole lot of history. Scenes from Dracula, Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein filmed right in this building, and now it will be the home to Saskia Van Helsing, to the Bride of Frankenstein, who continues to be on the hunt for Dracula's brides, and Dracula's daughter, who will have the help of the likes of A Knocks on the Moon, the Werewolf of London, and more. The She-Wolf of London, I should say. This house will start in the Van Helsing crypt as Dracula's daughter tries to get rid of the bloodline of Van Helsing. Take a look at this. There you see it. Looks very awesome, very gothic. Now we're going alongside Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the legacy of Leatherface. As we take a look at the facade, they've added some detail there of the Sawyer family slaughterhouse. And now we look at the concept art. And it's going to be a multiverse because you are going to see every single iteration of Leatherface over the 9-film run of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This one's not going to be for the faint of heart. It's not going to look pretty in there. It's not going to smell pretty in there. And now we take a look at some of the construction for Tram 2024. Enter the Blumhouse out here on the War of the Worlds set. And it will be Enter the Blumhouse. I love how some of this construction has gone vertical now, and there's going to be these great interior sets. Speaking of Blumhouse, there you see it, that iconic rooftop. And we're going to meet Megan, the Grabber, Happy Death Day, the Butcher from Freaky. And here we take a closer look at some of the construction as we head towards Jupiter's Claim.
This is Jupiter's Claim, a nostalgic, small-time Southern California amusement park owned by... A little further down, you can see the brand new Star Lasso experience, built to showcase an unbelievable new live show.
Jupiter's Claim will be exclusive this year to RIP Tour, so if you want to see it on Tram, nope.
Welcome to the world of no.
With Andre the Giant here as Bigfoot. The tram will climb to an imaginary elevation of 12,000 feet, and the only way back to the theme park is through the ice tunnel, where the slightest sound could trigger an outlet. It always did, causing the walls to spin and guests to tilt along with the Hollywood special effects. But in here, they don't really spin tunnels as much anymore as they spin time.
Taking a look now at Deadly Exposure Death Valley. This Mummy Q location is always awesome for houses. They really make it work. And we take a look at some of the details. I don't think that driver is going to make it.
Come to sacrifice the child. Good idea. Behind you. Got it.
Good girl. That room here stands at about 10 feet tall. You may notice that she is extremely tall, but from nose to tail, she is 14 feet long. And trust me, when that tail comes swinging, it definitely hurts.
Production Central down on the lower lot, heavily rumored to become an HHN tribute store. And now we take a look here at the soundstage behind Transformers over by Super Nintendo World, and that will become The Weeknd. The Weeknd returns to HHN, another huge IP that Orlando did not get. And as we head up these stairs with The Weeknd returning, will the Weeknd bar return? Smart Money says yes. We see the Mystery Machine, but where is the gang? I think their busy season is coming up, no doubt. And as we take a look down this dark hallway here in Hogsmeade, pretty peaceful now, but soon the Death Eaters will take it over. Here in the shadows of Hogwarts Castle, we see this gate, which will be the gate to H-Lot at HHN, which will take us to Ghostbusters Frozen Empire and Insidious. Insidious might be the scariest maze of 2024. We take a look at the Ghostbusters Frozen Empire facade based on Ray's occult books. Now, as you first enter the park, here is where we will be besieged by chainsaw punks, chainsaw-wielding punk rockers. The Sweet Licks van will return as well. And off to the side of the tower, here's where we'll likely get those flame towers. And this will be Skull Lords, a gothic style scare zone. Kings, queens, knights of the skull variety. Can't wait for that. And here is where we will find the nesting ground of the murder of crows. Mama Crow will join the fray along with Baby Crow in the nest, and so much more. Lemley Court looking pretty quiet right now. Will it once again be the Peacock Bar? Time will tell. And as we head towards Waterworld Stadium, always a great place for action. You take a look at that seaplane. And last year, this was utilized. It was a great people eater because it was The Purge, Dangerous Waters, and it returns for 2024. Goodbye to some of the food offerings for the 60th anniversary of the studio tour, but hello HHN food on the way. Here we see DreamWorks Theater. Will this be the home of Chucky? Time will tell. We look in at the merch now. Nothing new. No new merch drops. No Monstros 2. No Weekend. No Eternal Bloodlines. No Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So we have, you know, the same merch that we've been seeing, including some of those crossovers with Orlando. Little Boo, I See You, and a lot of cool Monsters merch as well, but nothing specific for Eternal Bloodline. Now, recently when I went to Midsummer Scream, they were handing out these cards. Some of the artwork for Luchadores Monstrosos, which we will see in a minute. Here we see it. That's the card they gave us. On the back, though, was a QR code that goes to Amazon. Amazon is selling some unique merch for HHN. Let's take a look at some of it. They have some of that Luchadores art. There you see El Charro Negro, some awesome Universal Monster stuff as well. That was from Legends Collide that they only used at one point for preview merch. Every day is Halloween, and all hail the Pumpkin Lord.
Pumpkin Lord!
The Pumpkin Lord! He grows! Halloween!
They continue to put out a lot of Creature from the Black Lagoon merch. This button-up shirt, $65 for that. And they've got this metal sign and all kinds of stuff. They're actually putting out merch for the 70th anniversary for the Creature from the Black Lagoon, as they should. Here we see some of this 70th anniversary merch. My question is, we're celebrating 70 years. How on earth did we not get a Creature from the Black Lagoon house? They're putting out all this merch. Was it in the works at one point? I mean, I love Eternal Bloodlines, but I mean, come on, we need a Creature house. But how cool is this plush of the Invisible Man? Let's check in now on construction for Fast and Furious. Along the hillside here, they've been putting in all kinds of coaster supports. There we see a big element there in the background. That might be for an inversion of some sort. The ride building is really taking shape. I mean, they have been cranking on this thing. I know they said 2026, but is it going to be 2026? Here we see the tram going by. They've gotten rid, I think, of the Glamour Tram wraps on the trams up on the upper lot now, just to show you the scope of this project. It really is incredible. And, you know, we see some of the track, that big crane in the background. This is going to be a launch track. F is for Fast, Furious, and Fin. These launch fins, I'm told this coaster might get up to 70 miles an hour plus. And if that's the case, that would be amazing, because that would put it in Velocicoaster range in terms of speed. I mean, that would surprise me that this thing has enough room to get going quite that fast. But looks can be deceiving, I suppose. But I mean, look at just how much work is being done, and very ambitious to build a coaster on a hillside the way they're doing. Can't wait.
All right, everybody, TK here, the Theme King, back in my spooky study. What a great day it was, checking in, a quick trip to Universal Studios Hollywood, or as Starscream would say, just dropping in. I had a great time celebrating the final day of the 60th anniversary of the world-famous Universal Studios Hollywood Studio Tour. It was a great summer. I mean, all the photo ops, all the incredible moments, the nostalgia. Now, it was a little bittersweet because Doc Brown wasn't on the tram today, and that Jurassic section never reopened, where the picture cars are. And then into the Jurassic section, they had added animatronics from the Jurassic Park ride. A few more Dilophosaurus without their frills out. They had a stationary T-Rex. It looked like they were taking the old dancing cars section of Fast and Furious. We're making it a dino paddock. We never got to see it because a day or two into the 60th, there was that tram accident. People got hurt. Obviously, we don't want to make light of that, but we hope to see that section again when it is safe to return to Jurassic Park. But now that the 60th is over, HHN can go into full-scale mode. It will be full speed ahead. By the time you're watching this, who knows? Maybe there will be more props out for scare zones. I kind of hope not, because I don't want this video to be obsolete immediately. But I'm going to do my best to keep up on everything HHN and everything around the park. So if you like this content, don't suck. Please hit that like button. Think about subscribing, hitting that bell notification. And if you do, I will say to you, well done, freedom fighters.
And here we see Norman. What a creeper. Hey, Norman, have a knife day, my friend. Have a knife day.